going very well. I think that a lot of players are ready for this next game, ready to have a chance to prove themselves and us as a team prove ourselves after, a tough road trip a couple weeks ago. I think we're just excited to continue this momentum from last week. So training has been good. I think just, knowing that the hard work and the stuff that's non-negotiable is gonna play a role into it. I think sticking to our game plan and knowing that it can work, as you saw from last week. We played some really awesome soccer. So I think just keeping that rolling and like I said, the hard work that's kind of non-negotiable for us is gonna be important.
We'll go to Tom. All right, Tom, I saw you had the question, so I will answer it directly to Mac. Mac, what is the adjustment, if any, to playing on the synthetic surface in Seattle compared to, say, a Snapdragon Stadium where it's an all grass field?
Yeah, I think that, as a veteran player, I've had to play on a lot of different fields. So I think that's just part of it. I think, just preparing your body the week ahead, and just doing all the things for it so that we're ready. I think, whatever the surface is, we're gonna come out swinging. So that's ultimately the most important part.
Again, as a reminder, if you have a question, feel free to hit the raise hand icon. We'll go next to Abraham.
Hey, Makenzy. So last year you were getting assists from Jaden Shaw, and this year you got the assist from Kim Yuskanyo in that last match. Can you talk a little bit about, playing with so many younger players with the Wave and how you've been able to been so successful with those other players?
Yeah, I think that our style is, develop players and mesh well on the field as well as off the field. And I think that's showing. There's so much talent on this team, and I think anyone can assist anyone at this point. And so I think it's just really working on those relationships throughout each week, and just so that when the game comes, we're prepared and we kind of, know each other, know the strengths and weaknesses. And I think that's something that we do well with each other.
We'll go next to Jackie.
Thank you. Hey, Makenzy. Hope all is well. I'm currently working on a piece about the growth of the Wave, both on and off the field, and just wanted to get your thoughts about what it's been like to see the club grow from year one to now when it comes to just those different aspects of team culture and investment, and player development and things like that.
Yeah, I think that from, looking back at year one, it was such a great year, and to be able to build off such a good foundation is so important. And I think that's what we've done. I think if you look at like the community side of things, we've gotten more involved, and we're able to interact with our fans more, which has been so great. And really just be a positive influence in the community, because that ultimately is so important. And our fans showing up every week with one of the best attendance records is so awesome. And so for us to be able to kind of give back is great. And I think, on the field, Casey has really developed this team into something great and something that even has more potential in the years to come. So I think this women's soccer team in San Diego has a lot of potential in the future. And that's from a great foundation from the first year. So
Yeah, for sure. And just a quick follow-up too, is there any type of community event or just even after the game of interacting with supporters? Is there anything like that for you that just is a memory that you've is just holds a special place for you or things like that?
Yeah, I think honestly, everyone that I've gone to, every community outreach has been awesome. And like I said, the fan interaction has been so great. I remember, I think it was like a rally for last year's playoff games. There were so many fans there, and it was awesome. I could like feel the energy. So things like that are really, they inspire me and my teammates to like, show up for San Diego. And so I think just honestly, any community outreach has been so awesome. And I know we did a volunteer day. That was awesome. Our whole team got to do different things. We all just love going out and interacting with the community.
Yeah, practice has been good. Obviously, the mood always changes when you've got a result and a win with 2 fabulous goals. So, yeah, I think that's been a huge positive. No updates on injuries so far. Still waiting on a few decisions. Well, I think we've had a few changes, haven't we, because of injuries and also choices that I've made as a head coach to change things up a little bit. I think I was super impressed with everybody's attitude last week. You know, some people were missing out on starting coming into the game. I thought Jaden was exceptional with the impact she made. I thought Elise came on and made a big difference, and the players that started, you know, had huge impacts in the game. So the second goal is the way we want to play. I think that's an example of the way we want to move the ball in tight spaces, 1 and 2 touch. And, you know, I thought it was an exceptional goal for us, probably the best football goal that we've scored in the entire time we've been in existence. So if we can create more like that and be sharp like that, we'll be effective. And obviously, St. Bay are a good team. They score goals. So it was a difficult game for us. Rain are also an exceptional team. We know this is going to be a difficult game. We've never won here. We want to turn that around this weekend, but we know it's going to be tough. You know, they're coming off the back of disappointing results. They'll be resolute. I thought they were very good against North Carolina and unlucky not to get a result. So, yeah, it's going to be a difficult game for us.
We'll go Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes, it's a tough place to score, it would appear, Seattle. And I'm wondering your thoughts on that, not only the opponent and the defense they play, but whether the playing surface is a factor.
Yeah, so I think they're a tough team to score against at home or on the road. They don't concede many goals. It's kind of 1-goal margins that you can win by. Coming here is difficult. The surface is tough. You know, we don't want to play on turf. No team wants to play on turf. It's not a surface that's kind on the body. But we're here. We've played here enough times. We know how it runs now. We know the areas we can exploit in them. But they're a tough tie. They're very good defensively. We're going to have to be at our best and move the ball well. But we know we can create chances. We created several last week. We need to do the same again this week.
Great. We'll go to Jackie.
Thank you. Hey, Casey, hope all is well. Had a bit of a different question for you as I'm working on a piece about the impact of the wave both on and off the field, and just wanted to get your thoughts about what it's like being able to interact with the San Diego community, whether that's through different events or the Jersey launch party. Just what are some of those special moments off the field that have impacted you?
I think the word you use there, it's special. It really is. I think being part of this community and this fan base, I've said it before, I've been part of big clubs previously, and I've never ever felt so welcome and so supported, and like so much passion from the fans for the team. And I think they genuinely believe in what we're trying to do in San Diego. They bring the love every single week when we're at home, and when we go to events like that, you know, the jersey launch, it just felt so special. You know, people are genuinely invested, genuinely care, really care about the players, really care about the team. You know, and there's not many places I can go now in San Diego where people don't wish me luck at the weekend, which is incredible. I do genuinely feel the love from this community, and I very much feel part of it now.
For sure. Well, thanks so much. Appreciate your time and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
We'll go to Stephanie.
Hey, Coach. First off, thanks for speaking to us. And second, can you tell me the process behind starting Kimi Escanio last week? Because she's quite good for a 16-year-old. I mean, she's got good press resistance, good passing, good vision. Can you tell me what you saw in her that made you decide to start her?
I think you just answered it, to be honest. You gave all the reasons as to why she should start. She's composed. She's very good on the ball. I think she gives us good control in midfield. I think the speed of the game caught her up at times at the weekend, but that's important. She needs to know that, and she needs to learn it and feel it. And she's an exceptional talent. You know, I'm a big believer, if you're good enough, you're old enough. It's my job to put you in at the right time, to take you out at the right times, to give you exposure, look after you when it's right, and expose you when it's right. And I thought it was the right time, and I thought she did really well on her debut.
Right, and my second and final question is that Kelly O'Hara recently announced her retirement today. You've played against her in the past. Do you have any thoughts about her as a player and an individual?
Yeah, I think she's been fantastic for our country and for this league for many years. She's a huge competitor. You know, she'll be a loss to the game. She's had an incredible career. I know she was a focal part of the World Cup winning squads during her time, and I think the game will be poorer for her. But you know, she'll leave a legacy that will live on.
Great, thanks.
Thanks.
And we'll go back to Tom for the last question. Go ahead, Tom, you're on mute.
Thank you. You are succeeding at developing players and simultaneously winning. I think last week you had, what, 5 rookies out there? Is that pretty much the goal, to do both?
When it's right too, yeah, for the team, for the club, for the players. It's interesting because we call them rookies here at 22, you know, but yeah, in England I was giving Lauren James debuts at 16. So, you know, it's different here in terms of the rookie status, but yes, new rookies, you know, in terms of the way they come into the league. But if they're good enough and you believe in them and you give them the right support, they can succeed. I think Kennedy Wesley's shown that already. Maya Jones has shown that. Kimmy's shown that, and people coming into our team. It's just making sure the right moment, because it's difficult sometimes. You can give someone a debut, you can put them in, and if it doesn't go well, it can hurt them in terms of confidence. So yeah, I think it's down to them and their hard work, their dedication, their perseverance, and just us as a club believing in them and putting them in the right moments.